Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to make an apple cinnamon bread recipe. As you watch this, my grandson's birthday is already over, but today is October 11th, which is my grandson Theo's second birthday. So I am making this for his, one is going to be for his I'm making two, but one's for home, one's for party. So it is an apple cinnamon bread recipe. And I want to welcome all my new subscribers. You make my heart happy when I see my subscriber count go up and my watch hour go up. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and my prayers go out to everyone that's been affected by the hurricanes, the Helene and Milton. My heart goes out to everyone. It is so devastating. So my prayers go out to everyone that has been affected. And I found out from my husband that our hospital took a donation for the people in North Carolina from the hurricane and the disaster, which I live in Pennsylvania, in Punxsutawney. So I was so happy to hear that our community is helping another community in another state. So I'm going to turn you around here and show you what we're going to need for this recipe. And I thank you again, and my heart goes out to everyone. Alright, for this recipe, for this cinnamon sugar, you need 6 tablespoons of light brown sugar and 1.5 teaspoon of cinnamon. I will have this recipe in the description box if anybody would like to try it. We need 2 medium apples, Granny Smith Gala, peeled and diced. I'm going to use 3 because they're kind of on the small side. So we need, this is for the apple mixture itself. We need 2 tablespoons of, which I forgot. Leave it to me, I'm always forgetting to dig something out. We need 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. For the bread, we need 1 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. We need 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. We need 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature. But as I said in my last video, my butter is salted. This time I am going to use the salt, but the last time I did not use the salt. It was a whole thing, so I'm going to use the salt for any apples. I think it's to help them not, no, it's not, no, never mind. My mind is over the place. It's not for any apples. It's for this recipe. We need 2/3 cups of sugar. We need 2 eggs at room temperature. We need 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we need 1/2 cup of milk. And then for the glaze, we need 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you will need a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan, which I got this loaf pan, my favorite color, at Goodwill. I was down there this past week. So I have 2 of them. I have this one and I have that one over there. So I am going to peel the apples and core them, because I got this too at Goodwill for the apples. See if it works. And you want to cut them in 1/2 inch pieces, but we'll see. Alright, I have the apples peeled. I separate them out into different bowls. And now in these bowls, I need to put 6 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we need the cinnamon. So we will one in that one, that one, and that. So I'll be back. All right, in this bowl, I'm going to beat a 1/2 cup of butter, which is 1 stick. It's 2/3 cups of sugar and 1 1 teaspoon of sugar. Vanilla. I usually don't make stuff early in the morning, which is not early. It's almost noon, but I was up early, stayed up late. So my mixer is loud, so I'm going to mix this up and I'll be right back. My bad. And this, we were to add our eggs, so I'm going to add the eggs and mix it, and then I'll be back to show you it. Alright, I have it all mixed up in here. Now I need to add the flour. See, the flour, baking powder, the salt, and then the milk will be at the end. So we need 1 1/2 cup of flour. Go around to get the flour. So here's the flour. So we need 1. I just made a mess. And 1/2 cups of flour. We need a 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking. Hold on, I need to get some spoons. Alright, I'm back. I got some more spoons. Well, I love having extra, so we need 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Chop mine up a little bit. Got some clumps in there. And let me know if you are having a hard time hearing me, because I'm literally, right beside my phone. So just let me know if your ears are having a hard time hearing me. Because I did have someone that left me know that they were having a hard time hearing me. So I just want to make sure that everything is good, because like I said, I am literally right beside it. Now we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm hoping I don't regret adding the salt, but recipe calls. Usually I don't, but like I said, we had an issue with the last one, so I just figured I will just add it and see if it makes a difference. So we're going to mix this up. Make sure that's everything that needs to be in there. Yeah, we add mixture to dry ingredients, flour, salt, and baking powder. Mix to combine, then slowly pour the milk and mix just to combine. And you know, scrape down the sides and whatnot. So I'm going to give this a good mix. I still need to get my milk, so I'll be right back with that. Okay, we're going to mix this. Let me know if it's too loud. I don't like how loud my mixer is. Flour dust. Now we're just going to slowly add the milk. My bowl keeps moving on me. I'll make the next batch. I'll make sure I put a towel underneath this one. This bowl keeps moving on me. And you just want to mix till the milk is all combined. But I need to scrape down the sides of my bowl. That one last mix, and then it will be time to put it in the bowl. I mean, the pan. Sorry about that. Let me make sure. All right, now I need to toss my apples with cinnamon and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and set aside. Well, I already got my apples, so I just need to add the cinnamon and the sugar to them, and I'll be back and we'll start putting this together. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the mixture and we are going to put some in the bottom, like half the batter in the bottom of the pan, and you want to line it with some parchment paper so you can pull this up out of the pan. This is the first time I've ever made an apple bread. So hopefully this turns out so good, because I'm gonna, like I said, take one to my grandson's birthday, and then I'll get everybody's opinion from there. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the apples. And let me get a spoon. But you want to take and put some apples. On here. I think you need some apples for on the top. Let me make sure. Yes, you spread half the batter into a prepared pan. Scrape half of the apple mixture and sprinkle with 1/2 a cinnamon sugar mixture, this mixture, this. Which, why would they, this is where it's getting confusing, because you would think you would want to mix the brown sugar with the apples, because this is going to be very cinnamony, and I'll be back. All right, I went and looked, and yes, sure enough, you want to sprinkle half of this on top of your apples. And this has a lot of sugar, but hopefully she is good. And then you take the rest of your batter and you put that on top of here. I'm sorry if I keep getting that bowl in your way. So I'll be back once I get this all out of the bowl. All right, I got that done, and now we're going to put the rest of, and the oven is preheated to 350, and we're going to cook this for 50 to 70 minutes, depending on your oven. Put those on there. Those all. There's the famous pug. And then you're going to take the rest of your cinnamon and sugar here and sprinkle the top of this. And like I said, you're going to bake this in the oven for 50 to 70 minutes. And I'll be back to show you me putting it in the oven, because I'm going to make the other one so I can put these both in at the same time. I don't think you need to see me go through all this process again, but I will show you them going into the oven, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have them both done, and now I'm going to put them in the oven at 350, 55 to 70 minutes. So I'm going to start at 55 and go from there. So I'll be back when they are done, and I'll let you know how long they actually did take to cook. All right, while the bread is baking, I'm going to mix up the glaze. I'm only going to make one recipe of the glaze for both. It's got a lot of sugar. I had to get my milk again. I forgot it yet again. All right, in this bowl, we are going to add 3/4 a cup of powdered sugar. I'm just going to do a cup because it's going to be for two. So I'm just going to use a cup of powdered sugar. And then we need a half teaspoon of vanilla. And then it's 2 tablespoons of milk. Which the timer went off for the 55 minutes. I put it back in for another 15. It wasn't quite done. So I'll be back when I have all this mixed together. All right, they were in the oven for the whole, well, I put them in for the 55. They weren't done yet. Put them back in for 15 minutes. They still weren't done. I put them in for another 10 to 15 minutes. So I dug them out because they still have to sit and cool for 20 to 30 minutes, and that's what they're doing now. They're sitting and cooling. And when they're done cooling, I will show you what they look like. It might be here in my kitchen. I show you. Or it'll be at the birthday party, because I'm cutting it close. I need to get there and help with everything and get some of the cupcakes because I made the cupcakes for my grandson. I made the buttercream frosting. I'll show a little bit of, I'll show the cupcakes at the end. And I'll let you know what we think of the bread. But I do have the sugar nut here. So what I'm going to do is going to take this with me with this. That one's for home. And I'll drizzle this on this when it is cool. And I'll bring the rest home to get to the other one. And I'll be back to let you know what we think of it. Well, I just want to jump on and let you know that everybody loved the apple bread. So it is a keeper. Like, share, subscribe, and have a great weekend, everyone.